What a beautiful Sunday morning. What a beautiful Sunday morning. What a beautiful view of open ocean. Open ocean. I'm amazed how much the ocean it calms me down and help me to look into the future and dream and keep dreaming. Wow. That's why I believe someday I will live pretty close or next to it or in an island in the ocean. This nice pond or small lake right here is fresh water. I love it. I'm thankful that I get to enjoy this view every morning, every time I want to go out and just look at it. I'm really thankful. But there's nothing like salt water. There's nothing like the ocean. The ocean, it's amazing, amazing. How are you, my good friend Ken? How you doing? This whole week, since not this whole week, but since I came back, I wanted to text you and see how you doing. And I said, well, Sunday I will find out how he's doing. When he asked me, he's looking forward for Sunday life. Thank you, Ken. You are a lot of inspiration and motivation for me to do this every Sunday, and for me to continue doing better and better at what I do. Better and better at what I do. Thank you, my good friend. Thank you. Ken and I, we have a lot in common. He's a he's a mentor. He's a mentor. An amazing client, an amazing friend. We have become friends because we have a lot in common. A lot in common. The first time I talked to Ken over the phone, somehow I felt like I was talking to an older version, a more mature version of myself in the future. It was pretty touchy. It was pretty profound. I remember my eyes getting watery because I said, "Wow, it's like I'm talking to myself in I don't know in 50 years when I get." I don't know if I get as wise as my friend Ken is, but I felt like I was talking to myself in the future. And since that point, we have built a great relation. He gives me a lot of support with the business, with my brand. But more than anything, he's always in my mind when I'm making decisions, when I'm looking into the future. What will Ken do, in front of this situation? And that means that he has become a mentor on what I'm doing. Ken did Ken he was in the OJ business, orange juice business, something that I enjoy a lot in the mornings. He used to make the orange juice for all the McDonald's, for Publix years ago. And even there is two different industries, it's pretty similar hurls, pretty similar situations and things that you have to encounter and solve and lead your people into places that they never dream. Because that's the job of a leader. Help your followers to get to places that they never thought they would be able to get or achieve. That's the work of a good leader. I had a great time at the Disney cruise, Disney Magic Cruise. It's a 25-year-old boat. It's all family oriented. There was nothing for, basically, there was nothing for adults. There was nothing for, to smoke cigars, to, you know, every year it's becoming worse and worse and worse for us, for the cigar lifestyle. They put us on the same block of tobacco, cigarette, whatever. So we pay the price of enjoying a good, fine tobacco product. We pay the same price of the people that just buy a $5, $6 pack of cigarettes to have a quick fix and contaminate the ambience with that stinky, punchy paper burning odor and about 2,000 chemicals burning odor that you get from a cigarette. We get in the same block. That's why when people go to the shop and go, hey, oh wow, but you don't allow cigarettes here? People can smoke cigars and not cigarettes? In my mind, I feel like saying, well, you know, go ahead and open a cigarette lounge. Go ahead and open a cigarette lounge. I bet in the beginning that was a thing, you know, a cigarette lounge or a cigarette bar. I really, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. They see us in the same spectrum, and one thing has nothing to do with the other. Has nothing to do with the other. It's like saying that alcohol is all the same, you know. Alcohol is all the same, you know, it gets you drunk. I don't think so. There's really passionate individuals, they getting to master their craftsmanship, their beer, their boutique beer, their bourbons, their whiskey. So don't tell me that the same people that enjoy the training fluid, the same people who enjoy training fluid is the same people who enjoy a good bourbon, good whiskey. It's two different demographics. And nothing wrong with any of the two demographics. Nothing wrong. It's your own personal preference, taste, your standards. Nothing wrong, but it's not the same people. We shouldn't be in the same room enjoying those alcohol beverages. They both have alcohol, but there's two different things. Well, that's the same thing with cigars and cigarettes, or cigars and electronic, the stupid electronic cigarette. This Connecticut Robusto, my good friend Ken favors, and my morning cigar, believe me, has nothing to do with a cigarette. I took a break of my beer because I was going on vacation with the kids. I want them to kiss me, hug me, and get to experience their young dad. And my kids, Santiago was saying, Dad, wow, you look a lot younger. I said, thank you, Santi, thank you. I would try every summer to give them a rest, because really for me, having the beer, my skin irritates a lot, you know, with any shavers. I discovered the electronic shaver and it's a lot better. My kids will never use a regular razor blade. I told Sebastian since the beginning, look, don't use razor blade. Use an electronic. Get used to an electronic razor. It makes all the difference in the world. There's technology there for something. So Sebastian's not gonna have the issues that I had when I was younger with razor blades. And Santiago, forget it. When Santiago has to start shaving, technology will be so forward. I don't know how we're going to be shaving. It will be like a light. So the cruise was amazing for my kids. They said they would like to stay there for another 30 days. I said, good luck with that. Because there was only a adult pool and a really, really small space because it was the smallest boat from Disney. We find out it was the smallest boat from Disney. And Santiago, ven acá. Ven por aquí. ¿Cómo te gustó el Disney Cruise?
Bien.
¿Te gustó mucho?
Sí.
You enjoy it a lot?
Sí.
And you lose one tooth over there. What do you got when you lose your tooth?
$5 bucks and a Tooth Fairy badge.
Ooh! So
And it had the cat from Alice in the Wonderland.
Alice in the Wonderland.
The purple and pink cat or purple and white cat.
So you really enjoy, huh?
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Bobby. Let me continue.
Puppy. Oh, there's a boat in the pool.
Yeah, but that's the pool, the boat's neighbor. Yeah.
I know, but look, I did Bucks another one.
Oh, okay. So they enjoyed a lot. They had a great time. And that's all it counts. I was prepared, mentally prepared that I was doing that for them. Pretty expensive vacation for your two kids. So I told my wife, look, okay, we do that Disney cruise, one, and for the first time and last time. And because also Disney has been tweaking things that I don't agree with. They trying to expose kids to things that they not even care right now at this age, and they're trying to make it feel like it's normal. And I'm not a religious person, but I believe in God, and I respect many of the things that were shared with me, transferred since I was a kid from my grandma, that she was Catholic, and church wasn't allowed in Cuba. But inside of your house, your elders will share with you what the Bible was expecting from us and how to guide us. And I have family that were Jehovah's Witness. So, I was definitely raised around God. So I never got to be in any group or religions or Christian or Catholic, but I respect God and how the world should be. And I think business is going away from that. So I'm making sure that while they keep growing, keep them as much as I can to everything prior to 2020. Call me crazy. And business has worked for me to follow my gut. So I think it will work with my kids too, to follow my gut. Even at the library, I told my wife because they brought a few books, kids books, and I was telling my kids, but look, Chi, and my kids said, no, Dad, it's not a she, it's a he. I looked at the book again and said, it looks like a she to me. No, but in the book, look, it says he. It was published in 2021. And in another book, and I told my wife, look, when you go to the library, make sure to check the books before they check out. Go through it, all the books, and I don't want any book published after 2020. So, my kids are smart, but they're still kids, and there was a lot of that in the Disney theater act, and then pictures on the boat, and so they're going to Nicaragua. They're going to learn Spanish. Nicaragua hasn't jumped on that trend. Nicaragua is a dictatorship. It's not a communist dictatorship. Nicaragua has a dictator, Daniel Ortega. Crazy guy. You know, it's a dictatorship, but I get a sense that he's trying to protect his country from everything that is going on in the world. He's been there 15 years, and during those 15 years, I've been going since 2014. This is 2023, and since 2014 that I've been going to Nicaragua, all I've seen in the infrastructure, people's businesses, is that they keep progressing, and the dollar is really, their money is really value hasn't depreciated. It's been between 33 to 35 Cordobas in this whole period that I've been going to Nicaragua, or between 30 and 35. The rest of the Latin America, their money's like losing value every day. But that dictatorship that is trying to avoid the country to be on a lefty, on a different ideology, on a more control ideology, I believe he's been trying to keep that away. So I'm taking my kids down there. Of course, they're not going to go to school in there. I don't want them, going from one extreme to the other. They will do homeschool through the Montessori program, homeschool. And I like Montessori because it's an Italian originated education system that what it does is trying to find what your kids are best at. If your kids are not good at math, they're not going to keep trying to push them and push them to be average like everybody else at math. My kids don't care about math. They will hopefully later on understand that math is pretty important, get a few courses and get good on counting money and expenses and the things that they don't teach in school. Because I was telling we always have in breakfast conversation about life, about everything, what's going on. And I was telling my wife, remembering as a kid, that in the communist regime that I grew up, older ones are, and it was more on the side of my dad that they were more leaning to the communist system. They love Fidel. Oh, kids not should be touching money. No, kids, money's not for you guys. Don't be touching money. So you kind of grow up thinking that money is bad. Not in this house. Not in this house. We were talking this morning how the industrial era changed the world. And my kids understand. I told them, imagine if I have to saddle a horse right now, put the saddle on the horse or on a carriage, and then go to school. They went, no, Daddy, it would take forever. And self-driving Tesla, it takes 30 minutes to go to school. No, 23 minutes, 25 minutes to go to school in a good day. And imagine in horse carriages, we'll get there the next day. Say, well, so as you can see, that industrial era revolution put a lot of people out of work. But we have cars, we have gasoline. The country got a little bit, the world got a little bit richer because we were able to have a lot more product available, abundance because of technology. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And then the next, in my time, the next one was 2000 with the internet, and we talked a lot about how internet made it a lot easier to communicate and how the world went forward because of thanks to that easier communication. People collaborating around the world. How I have people that they work for me in India, in Egypt, that they know. They're always present when I'm talking. They're always present when I'm talking about my due diligence with Sushan in Pakistan, Abdallah in Egypt, some other guys in India. Now we're going to start working with Philippines, and that's thanks to the internet. So we've been talking about recently about AI, how that new revolution is going to change the world, how much more people are going to be out of work, and how they have to understand that the only way to stay ahead of the game, to stay involved, to have purpose, is always evolving. Always. The business, the family business, always have to be evolving. Always making sure that we keep our principles, that we don't sell our soul to the devil for profit. Always keeping our principles. And they understand. They're 6 and 8, and they kind of understand. And I go soft. I don't go too deep into it. I taught kids language so they can understand. And I mentioned like when I was young here in the U.S. And it's still now. A teenager can go get a job at McDonald's or a fast food restaurant or bagging groceries at the supermarket. Probably you guys, in another 6 years, you're not going to have that lecture. There's not going to be that kind of job for teenagers. So they start thinking, so that means we're going to work with you in the business. Bingo. Bingo. So now when we go to Nicaragua, I need you guys to be involved, learning with mom, accounting, the cost of everything, how much our boxes cost, what it goes in a box. I need you guys to sit down and help hand painting the boxes that we're doing hand painting. My girl went, oh my God, I love it. I love that. I love to paint that. I said, okay. So you're going to be working hand painting boxes. Santiago, we will find something else. But you guys got to do a school 3 days of the week, and the other days of the week, you got to go and work a little bit with that. They said, no problem. And they said they can't wait when the cigar factory is open because they want to learn to make cigars. I said, okay. So they get it. They get it. And I can see the face of my wife every time we having breakfast and I get into those topics. She's like, oh, because definitely I was born differently. Because when I get into these topics, I always get everybody by surprise. And my wife loves when I get into it, because she kind of senses that I'm always looking ahead, looking into the future. I always tell her, I don't know if because of the kids, because of your life, you're always leaving things for the last minute, and that doesn't work. I've been always telling you, we got to do this, we got to do this. You're in charge of this. Don't leave it for the last minute. Don't do it. And then the time comes, and I see her finding whatever, parking or whatever, the day before. That has helped me a lot to be where I am, always planning ahead, always looking forward. I don't know how much that is affecting me, that I don't remember a lot of my past. I don't remember a lot of my past. Only things that they were really, really mixed with the feeling. With a feeling I remember of my past. A negative feeling or a positive feeling. I see my kids' pictures when they were 1 year old, 2 year old, and the pictures that I was there, and there was something really uh, that I felt at that moment. I remember. There's some other pictures that I can't remember, and my father said that that has to do with me not not being as much in the present, always being in the future. The someday when I slow down, when I'm 170 years old, probably if I slow down, probably I will start getting back my old memories. We'll see. Right now, I'm enjoying a lot the way my life is going, the present. I can't have enough. I can't have enough. I can't have enough. 5 years ago, when I said that I wanted to last 150 years, people looked at me like I was a lunatic, like I was crazy, like. And now people are setting in. People are going, well, there's an invention that you can get your subconscious and put it. I said, well, you see, I didn't really specify how I wanted to last 150 years. I know I last 150 years, and who knows when I get to 150 years, if I go, you know what, I still want to try this. I want to um, do something new in Mars related to what I do. And I need another 50. So I just go ahead and switch a body, get a newer body, my same brain, my same more experiences, and keep going. I don't know. Someday I'll get, you know what? I had enough. I had enough. Let me put my conscience to rest and leave all my experience and knowledge in a digital library for the next coming generations. If anyone reads about what I did, how I changed an industry, and they're interesting, they can plug into my library, my digital library, and continue the journey. Because it's not about me, it's about next generations, it's about humanity. I'm growing up my kids not for them, not for me. I'm growing up my kids for humanity. All right, guys, it's been almost 30 minutes. Thank you very much. I want to give a shout out to Michael Masick, Havana Fine Cigars. My friend, thank you. Thank you very much. You have no idea how much I'm thankful that I'm able to motivate people like you to continue this journey to design places for the true cigar connoisseur, to design places that have pretty clear what they're looking for. And I think so far you're doing pretty good, Michael. Thank you very much. Thank you for that amazing order of 40 boxes that you did recently. You're ordering a lot of cigars, so that means that you're selling a lot of macedas. Thank you very much for believing on us. That means a lot to all of us, to the Tabanero family, to my family, and the other clients that they get to enjoy what we do, because people like you support production, support what we do. Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. And if you're in the area, Havana Fine Cigars, Michael Masick, please go check him out. Go check him out. Go check him out. I will place his website in the description. And please remember, no matter what we do, no matter how old we are, there was one simple reason why God put us on earth: to serve others. So keep serving your family, your wife, your kids, your significant other. Keep serving your grandkids if you're already at that age. I get many times from older people, the only thing they miss when they were young is they feel they couldn't have enough time with their kids. So enjoy them as much as they can. much as you can by serving them, serving them. And the ones like me, that we need to serve a lot of people, that I serve my family, my employees, I serve my clients. They always, I don't want to put on which priorities I serve people, because I don't want anybody to get jealous in the family. But I'm here to serve many people, and I do it and I enjoy it a lot. Yesterday I got to the shop and I started talking to customers, new customers, and one of my clients, Keith, says, Yanko, I love that of you. You know, you're amazing with people. I said, Keith, I was a pretty shy person years ago, but I found something that I love, and it's easy for me to share my passion. So that's why I do it so naturally, and people love it. So we're here to serve others. Don't get it confused, don't get it twisted. God put us here to serve others. And enjoy your Sunday. Stop time, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead. Thank you very much.